I'm Carmita Vaughan, and I'm the founder and president of the Surge Institute. My definition of success is all about impact. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So I am a little brown girl from the projects in Birmingham, Alabama. I stand on the shoulders of greats. And for me, that means that I have a huge debt to pay. So my success is all about how I am making the world, and frankly within our communities, better places for our people, my kids, my communities, and how I'm actually elevating others to be able to serve in their purpose. So that's what success looks like. I think when I was younger, I thought success was about a salary amount, a car, what kind of shoes or purse. And I think as I have grown, I've recognized that this is about how I want to leave, what I want my legacy to be, what I want, how I want the world to be different because I lived. I have to tell you, I laugh when people ask me about the secret as if there's one thing. But I will tell you, one of the things that I frequently share, especially with aspiring young people, is that it starts and ends with excellence. Excellence. So too many people, I'm gonna be real talk, too many people are thinking about their path forward and their future, and they aren't even excellent at the thing they're doing right now. And my advice, I don't think it's a secret, but my advice is if you focus on being excellent at your current work, role, job, whatever, people will notice and people will see something in you that you can't even see in yourself. And the path forward will not only be will be laid out in ways that you couldn't have imagined, but when people see what you can do, they are willing to hitch their train to your wagon. They are willing to advocate for you. They are willing to bring you along. But when your leading edge is about what's next and how do I get here and what's the secret to be in this room, well, you don't get there if you're not excellent in the room you're already in. So that's my one piece of advice that I offer, especially to aspiring women and people of color. We can't afford to be good. We have to be excellent. I fail daily. And anyone who tells you they don't, if they're successful, is lying. I make bad decisions. I wish for do-overs on a daily basis, but it makes me better. It's the reflection, the self-awareness, and the commitment to continuous improvement, coupled with the failures that actually lead to the successes. One large failure of mine, honestly, was a time when I took a job that I shouldn't have. I did not trust myself. I did not ask the right questions. Specifically, I was given the opportunity at 33 to be the CEO of an organization. So at 33, I had this opportunity to be an executive director, to run an organization. Now, I had run much larger departments within other organizations, but this was my opportunity. And when I think back on it, part of accepting that opportunity had to do with loyalty to the person who wanted me to come on. And if I'm honest, there was some ego involved with having this opportunity to elevate my brand and have a greater impact. But I didn't ask the right questions in taking that. I was so enamored with the opportunity, with the title, that I didn't ask the questions that would have allowed me to determine if that was the right position for me, and frankly, if I was the right person for the organization. And ultimately, the answer ended up being no for both of those questions. But it was a phenomenal opportunity for me to learn why the answer was no, in a way that wasn't about me not being intelligent and innovative and a great leader, but the conditions not being right for me to have the right impact that I wanted to have. And I should have asked more questions. And that was a great learning experience. A failure. But honestly, I wouldn't be sitting in this seat if I hadn't made that stumble along the way. I have two favorite quotes, and I use them for different purposes, but they both mean so much to me. The first is a James Baldwin quote, and I think James Baldwin, honestly, you could pepper a room with all the brilliance that came from that man's mouth. But a specific quote is, "For these are all our children, we will all profit from or pay for what they become." And I think that motivates me daily in our work in education, because it's so true. We will profit by or pay for what happens to our young people. And I think if more people understood and treated all of our young people as if they were all our own, our outcomes would be a lot different. But on the flip side, it's a very simple but direct quote, which is from Yoda, which tells you a little bit something more about me and my sci-fi comic nerdiness. But it's do or do not. There is no try. And those are words to live by. I don't like to try to do anything. I don't like people trying to do things for me. You either do things or you don't do things, and you are very explicit about that. So from the masterful words of Master Yoda, do or do not, there is no try.